That's so funny. Jerry just said finally, and I was thinking about how I feel. I shouldn't waste her time. In Sweden, when they do the Nobel Prize ceremony, some guy snuck in, and he screamed, they say somebody that nobody's ever heard of, and he goes, finally! And I was just thinking that, and Jerry said, finally. I just thought it was cute. Anyway, sorry.
We're sort of all in this together.
Yeah, it was just lovely to see that.
They just had their own moment together, don't mind them.
Sorry. I have 2 questions. The first
Sorry, you've used up all your time.
No, I was benefiting from everything. A few years ago, I died. I had an experience. I was in the hospital and everything. And you were saying at the beginning, something about being as happy as you can be. Well, that was as happy as I could be. That was so fabulous. And so now I feel like I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I came back. And I don't know how to feel as happy here as I felt there. And
but think about what we've been talking about all day today.
Yeah.
Now you know the goal. You know how happy you are, and you know how happy you want to be.
Yeah.
And that's what you've come to express.
That's the thing, is that here seems so not allowing or something.
Well, we know it seems that way, but it's only the perceptions that you've picked up. In other words, in that reemergence into non-physical, you just left behind all of your limiting perceptions. And so now your work is about one by one releasing the limiting perception. And it is our promise to you that you can be as happy here as you were there, and you have this fabulous experience of knowing what you're reaching for. And think about it in light of what we've been talking about here today.
Yeah.
It's not about achieving something. It's not about going somewhere. It's not about being with someone. It's a state of being, isn't it? In other words,
I know.
It's the feeling. It's the feeling. And can you feel how, as we've been moving through emotions here today, can you feel how what you're wanting to do is to move from wherever you are, which is feeling pretty darn good, to that fabulous goal that you now have, which is feeling really, really, really good?
I feel that. It is a feeling, so I don't know what to do, because it doesn't have anything really to do with doing. I feel like I did it backwards.
The reason it doesn't feel like you're getting there is because you step here, and then 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 you step here, and you say, oh boy, that was really a nice experience. And then you step here, 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 and then you say, oh boy, that was a really nice experience. I wish I could do that again, but I have to die to do it. And then you step here, and then you step here, and then you step here, and then you step here. Well, we want to show you how to step here, and then 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 you say, hey, this is as good as being dead. Good time. Good time for studying. And are you refreshed?
Yes.
Good. You're ready to continue?
Yes.
So we know that the objective is to go from where you are to that magnificent place that you describe. Can you describe what you think your starting place is emotionally?
Where I am right now?
Where you are usually. In other words, the place from which you long for that joyous place.
I miss where I was, and I miss the beings that I was with. I was in a coma, and when I woke up, for some reason, I felt like the exchange was, like kind of the idea, we'll leave you here. So I kind of came in out of that, kind of on that notion or on that feeling. And so I was very surprised then when everyone around me, it kind of fell apart.
Well, everyone around you is just like that, really. But they've picked up along their physical trail some patterns and thoughts of resistance. So would you say that then that it's a feeling of disappointment?
A disappointment, not so in them, but not so much in them as just of the circumstance.
Yes.
They seem very tied to the resistance, and that's been a hard thing. I don't understand why that's in place.
Well, it's interesting, though, because as they seem tied to the resistance, now you are finding it easy to be tied to the resistance, too. In other words, and that's what you're describing. I would like to feel free like I did, but I don't because I'm sort of tied to the resistance. And so what we are here all about is to discover and to teach how to release the resistance. An analogy that we've offered for some time is it's like holding a cork under the water, and that's what resistance is. And when you let go of the cork, it will float naturally. So anyone who lets go of the resistance, your vibration will naturally raise. But you've got to find ways to let go of the resistance. You can't just let go of a pattern of thought because it's your pattern of thought. It's your vibrational habit. So the way to release the cork, so to speak, is by finding something that's a little lighter and a little lighter and a little lighter and a little lighter. So we want to start with you with that feeling of disappointment. Disappointment in what life on planet Earth is like, or disappointment in what people have come to, disappointment in how far they've come from who they really are as source beings. So when you look at little children, how do you feel?
Fabulous.
So you don't feel disappointed with them.
Never.
So at what point, as you look at them, at what point do they become disappointing to you?
About 15 and 8 days. No, I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I think it's at the point of you know, I don't think it's time and space. I think it's
a variable, isn't it?
It's a variable. I think it's at the point to which they won't let go of the thing that hurts them. Or the resistance.
And yet, now we're just going to say it bluntly, you're not letting go either.
I feel that I can't because of the environment that I'm in.
All right, so now, the disappointment that you're describing, as we poke around in it a little bit, is shifting a little bit to blame, and that's a good thing, because it feels like because of the environment, you can't really let go. So it's disappointment, but it's blame, it's discouragement that the environment is not conducive to the way you know you ought to be able to feel. It's sort of like a feeling of outrage. What in the world am I doing here? This isn't where I belong.
That's not what I felt when I first woke up out of the coma. And so I don't understand why I felt, that it was so great. So I remember that feeling. I remember having
Well, it's the same way you feel as you come forth into your physical experience to begin with. In other words, you are more who you really are when you first get here. And then the longer you're here, the more you let what's around you influence you. But this is just an example of having tasted something that is really who you are, and then feeling the strong reality of, in this moment, not being a vibrational match to that. And the thing that we want you to hear is that it isn't that this time-space reality is so screwy, because much of this time-space reality is a match to what you are wanting. Esther feels on a daily basis what you want to feel. And so we want you to stop saying, it's this place that's bad, and I need to go to another place to feel better, and instead start saying, it's my vibrational adjustment that I need to make. I need to adjust my vibration, and this near-death experience has given me the realization of what I can adjust into. You see. Now you have it in your sights, and we promise you can get there. But you've got to accept it as your vibrational adjustment rather than the world needs to change so that you can respond differently. You see, most people are offering most of their vibration in response to what they are observing. So most people are running around saying, well, I'm observing that and it doesn't feel good, so you need to change that, and you need to change that, and you need to change that, and you need to change that. And if you would change those things, then I would feel better. And what unconditional love is, and what the science of deliberate creation is, and what the art of allowing is saying, you don't have to change anything. I can adjust my vibration. There's plenty here that matches heaven. There's plenty here that matches who I really am. I've just got to find it. I've got to adjust my vibration so that I can find. And now what we are wanting to help you in response to your question, why did I come back and why am I here? We want you to understand you came back, and the reason that you are here is because you want to show yourself so that you can then show others, because you can't teach what you don't know, that you don't have to acclimate to the louder, lower vibration. You can maintain your connection to the other, but it is vibrationally impossible to set your radio on 98.6 and listen to what's being broadcast on 101. In other words, you have to change your own tuning dial. And what our whole message has been about here today is that no one can change their dial all at once. You can't say, oh, this doesn't feel good, I think I'll set it over to that. Instead, you're just going to do it incrementally, a little bit bit at a time.
It felt like I was changed all at once when I died. And so now it's harder to go through. Because if you already have that out, the end sort of feeling,
that's what happens.
To go back and
when
go
you
through.
die, you reemerge into non-physical. It is one fell swoop. That's exactly what happened. If you could change your focus dramatically, it could happen that way. But no one ever does. In other words, it takes bridging. Well, if you really, really wanted that, then you would start looking at children. You would turn your television to things that make you feel good. You would begin looking at books. You'd go to the library for uplifting things. This is the person that you would be. You would think a thought or observe something, and you'd say, how does that feel? Do I feel a little better or a little worse than I just felt? A little worse. Okay. How about that? I'm looking at that. Does it feel a little better or a little worse than how I just felt? Oh, a little better. Ah, good. I think I'll look at this for a little while until I get used to it. Now, I'm looking again. Does this feel a little better or a little worse than where I was just feeling? Oh, that feels better too. In other words, that would really be the process, to be so in touch with the way you feel and be so determined that you're going to choose the better feeling thought every time you can. Choose the better feeling thought. Choose the better feeling thought. Choose the better feeling thought. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely. You have taken us into places that none of us have ever been before. Truly the leading edge of thought. It is co-creating at its best. You are teachers of teachers. We are teachers of teachers. We are all in this together. The world is not broken, you know, and we have not all come forth to fix it. This is a glorious environment in which you have intended to express yourself to the fullness of joy. Have fun with all of this. Be easy about it. Dabble in the processes and be playful with them. Play your way into happier and happier moments. There is so much that is wonderful that is before you. There is great love here for you. We are complete.